Hey everybody, my name is Todd Ronan. Welcome to the Reality Forecast Show. I'm here with my host, Daniel Lakstins. How you doing, Daniel?
Doing fantastic. How about you guys? I'm
Uh,
actually asking the audience. How are you guys doing
Everybody,
today?
if you have questions about remote viewing, I could be a resource for you.
Or
Today,
even a topic, even a topic that they would like us to cover or you to cover.
what I want to talk about today is that everyone lies in remote viewing. And if they don't show you their data, then they're full of garbage. There have been a lot of people out there. I've seen this coming up in my feed about remote viewing and teaching remote viewing, and they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea what the structure is of remote viewing session. So if somebody says, "Oh, I remote viewed the face on Mars," show me your data, show me who tasked you with this, because if you say that you did it, you're front loaded and therefore you're a liar and you didn't do a real remote viewing session. This is one of the things that peeves me off about people claiming to misuse the idea of remote viewing. And the proper remote viewing technique is you don't know what you're remote viewing. You have an 8-digit target reference number, and that's all you know. And then you sit down at your desk, recorded with a video camera. You do your session on paper, and it takes you 40 minutes to an hour. Now, you can do that session again, but you're still blind, and you still do another session, and you could spend another hour at it. And like that's done over the course of a couple of days. And then when you're done, you've got like 30 pages of session notes from your remote viewing session, and they're jumbled in different headings and different subheadings and different ways you record data. So if someone says they remote viewed something, the first question you should ask them is, show me your session and who made the queue. The queue is the second most important thing that I think remote viewers lie about.
And I'm just curious too, Todd. I mean, what percentage of remote viewers do you think are lying, and what percentage aren't, and why are they doing it?
I think remote viewing has become a common buzzword, and I think that people that are not in the remote viewing community and who haven't been in it for 20 years that are new to it say, "Oh, I could just remote view anything," and they cavalierly throw around the term, "I remote viewed this, I remote viewed that." Well, you didn't. A, they're blind to it. B, someone else has written the queue. C, someone else has looked at the queue, revised it, rewritten it so that it's clear and concise. And 5, or E, the viewer is blind. And that doesn't mean I'm wearing blinders. That means I don't know what it is I'm remote viewing. I don't know what the queue is. And therefore, my unconscious bias can't come through. And people say, "Oh, I remote viewed, this and that." And I say, "No, you didn't." And now people are teaching remote viewing in such a slipshod way that it's going to lead to more bad information and just more like misinformation about remote viewing and how the process works. Now, I teach a course on remote viewing. It's called TAP Remote Viewing. TAP just
Yeah.
stands for Temporal Awareness Perception Remote Viewing. It's a 6-week course. This isn't an advertisement for that course, but
No, but I have to say that I took it, and oh my goodness, it's amazing, guys. It's very intense.
so
Ronan
you took it
teaches.
earlier last year. It's
Yeah,
like 4
more
times the
intense
size
now.
now. So
Yeah.
it's 4 times the size now.
Um,
And so in a lot of remote viewing classes, they're going to get you to do things really, really slow, and they're going to get you to go over steps. I have like drills and I have homework each week so that it meets twice a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and then there are things for you to do over the weekend. And I try and gauge with my unconscious mind what my viewers are doing, what my students are doing. And if I find that one of them is slow, we're going to cover that again so that they don't feel rushed. And if I feel that the class isn't getting what I'm presenting, I'm going to provide you with other ways to get that information. I'm going to give you a worksheet. I'm going to give you a template. I'm going to make a video that explains it to you clearly and concisely what it is that you're missing. And if I feel you're not doing the homework, we're going to do it in class. So I provide ample opportunity to repeat, 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 and do the steps that are important in remote viewing. Now, this isn't a remote viewing training lecture. I'm just saying I'm not the only teacher for remote viewing. I'm just saying, as a remote viewing teacher and trainer, I see the word remote viewing thrown around YouTube a lot. And I look at the headlines and I look at what people say. And if they're not showing me their session, as a PDF, then I don't know that I believe them.
Say that maybe another remote viewer is watching this and maybe they feel that some of the things that you're saying really resonates with them. What are some ways that they could get help so that way they can improve?
Join a couple of groups on Facebook. Look for people that are remote viewers. Join the remote viewing Facebook community and talk to those people. There are people that have like study groups where they'll do a session a week and then they look at the results and see what everybody got and kind of pool data. I used to be on those, and the Q just means, what is the viewer remote viewing? Let's look at a Bible passage. Write that Q out. You would underline it, and then you'd give that Bible passage a unique target reference number. And if the remote viewer is looking at it and they're trying to say, what is in this target? What do I want to know about this target? And they get information slowly, methodically over the course of an hour, and then they can look at the Q and see how well they did. If you don't practice, you can say you remote viewed, but you're not going to get better at it.
The way you get better at it is take Ronan's course. Besides, I mean, if you've taken a course in remote viewing and you know how to do some styles of remote viewing, you haven't taken TAP. Oh my goodness, TAP is. Tell them about TAP. I mean, TAP is so amazing because it's
I'm not going to push the course on folks. So this is not like an
extra.
This is not our infomercial for TAP. No, if you're interested, go to Reality Forecast, www.realityforecast.com. If you think you might be interested, I'm happy to talk to you by phone, by Zoom, to see if you're interested in it, to see what you want to know. And I really want to know what you want to get out of remote viewing. And if I think remote viewing is not going to get you there, I'm going to tell you this course isn't for you. I've had people come to me and say, I really want to talk to my guides. I really want to know about my past life. And I say, I'm not for you. It's going to take you further. I can teach you to do that, but that's not the TAP course. That's not remote viewing. Remote viewing is a structured, methodical, mental martial art that allows you to learn information about anything, anywhere in space and time, simply by following the steps and being blind to what you're remote viewing.
TAP's not for everybody, but that's what's so cool about you is that you're making sure. That's why if they get on a Zoom call with you, you can qualify whether they would be good for this. If not, you're going to point them in the direction so that way they can find what's really good for them.
If people want to find you, Daniel, they can find you on other social media networks that I don't use, like the TikTok, like the LinkedIn. What are some other ones? Shoot. What is another one? Snap Ghost.
No, I'm not on Snap Ghost.
I want to find you on Gopher or on your FTP. Can you let them know what your That's no one's going to get that.
FTP was great. That was the way you transfer some files, you know.
If they want to find you on DC++, how would they do that? No, we're going too far off now.
So I got a pretty good following on TikTok. I usually post. Since my mom died a few months ago, I've only been posting like one a day, but I'll probably get back up to 3 to 6. But right now I'm only posting like one a day, but they're always positive, and it's always something that gives you some clues on law of attraction that will help you tweak. If you watch my channel on TikTok, I have so many people, they'll say, oh, now I get what people were always talking about. So, and I try to explain it in something easy way. www.ultimaterealitysurfing.com. You can download a free worksheet that is designing your perfect reality. I walk you through the steps to design that perfect reality, and I ask you the right questions, and that'll get you going. And then otherwise, if you want to join the course, you can hit up my Calendly link.
People lie is that everyone lies in remote viewing. And if they don't show you their data, then they're full of garbage. Learn to tell what's the truth. Learn your own internal discernment meter and learn remote viewing so you can get better at uncovering the truth behind all the lies out there. And if someone says they're remote viewing, say, show me your session, show me your Q. And if they don't tell you, then they're lying. A couple things that popped up this morning that really irked me that people were misrepresenting themselves, and I had to set the record clear. I'm not going to name names, but
In the words of Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth.
see you next time, everybody.
See y'all.